What's going on, guys? Tobias here. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be giving you my personal top 5 loadouts that I use and which are going to help you dominate every single lobby you come across in Call of Duty Warzone. And if you stick around until the end, there's going to be a secret bonus loadout just for you. Make sure you stay tuned. If you find your favorite loadout in this video, make sure you smash that like button, click subscribe and that notification bell so you never miss another video like this. Let's jump straight in. This is going to be in no particular order, and as always, make sure you use what you're most comfortable with. First up, we have the Kastov 762. It's probably no surprise to see this on this list, as it's one of the main consistent weapons that we see throughout this year's Call of Duty Warzone cycle. And it's one that whenever I see an AK variant in any Call of Duty that we've seen, it's the first weapon that I'll choose to max out and get all the camo mastery challenges done on it, because it's great at range and has a wicked TTK in pretty much every Call of Duty, and this one is no different. First off, you're going to want to use the Sucking Tread 40 muzzle, and what we do here is we tune this towards recoil stabilization and aim idle stability. And then for the barrel, we use the CAS 10, and we want to tune this for some recoil steadiness and for some ADS speed. And then next up, we have the 762 high velocity ammo. And we're going to tune this to damage range and bullet velocity, giving us huge range up and past that 50-meter mark, which is usually the drop-off point for most ARs in this bracket. Of course, for Warzone, you want the biggest magazine possible, so we go for the 40-round mag on this one. And lastly, we have the optic of choice. For me, it is the SZ Recharge on this one, and we want to tune that for some more ADS speed and personal preference, but I like to tune this all the way to far eye position, but I know some people prefer it to be close, but I'll go for far. Again, go whatever you are more confident with. Next up, we have one of my favorites to use at the moment, and this is the weapon I use to harvest all my souls to get this incredible sexy camo you can see right now. It is, of course, the Tempest Razorback. So to start, we want to go with the Harbinger D20 muzzle, and I tune this towards recoil smoothness and bullet velocity. We then have the 16-inch Tanker V barrel. Again, we go for some more recoil steadiness on this and damage range, similar to the Kastov 762 in the first one. We are looking to get more damage up to that around 50-meter mark. We go for an underbarrel. We've got the DM Proto Grip, and again tune this for more recoil stabilization to help with the longer distances and aim idle stability. 60-round mag is the most we can have on this one, so of course we're going to do it for Warzone. So this is where I like to mix it up a bit on this weapon. You can of course go for an optic. The aim OP is normally the choice to go for on this one, and again you can tune that for however you like, but I like to go for the rear grip, and I use the ERG X1. And I tune this again for some more recoil steadiness and sprint to fire speed, which I found particularly useful in those lockdown quads games where I was harvesting souls, particularly on Von Dead or Von Del, because you get a lot of stairwell fights, and that really helped in this one. The Tempest is similar to the Kastov in many ways, but I find because it's slightly smaller, it doesn't have quite have so much weight, its mobility is far greater, so particularly good for those resurgence games. If your favorite loadout is in this video, or if I've missed it completely, let me know down in the comments below, or just leave an emoji. Helps with engagement and all that. Cheers. Next up on this list, we have the MP5, or the Lachman sub as it's known in this game, and this has been pretty much the go-to SMG to run probably since around season 1, maybe season 2 time, when the Fennec started to get nerfed into the ground a little bit. This has been right up there and a consistent through all the nerfs and buffs that we've seen throughout the seasons. We start off with the Falcon barrel, and we're tuning this again towards recoil steadiness and for some ADS speed. And then a staple for lots of SMGs, you want to have the VLK laser 7mW, and again we're tuning this to sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. This is going to make it an absolute demon, in particular yet again for those resurgence modes on Ashika Island or Von Del. You then want to go for the mobile stock here at the back, and we're tuning that yet again for some more aim down sight speed and aim walking speed, particularly helpful in Von Del's stairwells. Again, the 40-round mag is a standard, as we know by now, and then we're going to go for the 9mm hollow point ammunition in this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to tune this for damage range and bullet velocity, which is going to help us around that 25-meter mark, maybe slightly over in these resurgence modes to help us get that knock. So next up on this list, we have the Kastov 545. It's a new one to have in my rotation for me, and I think for many of you, I know some of you have used this kind of since the start and been raving about it since then, but I think through a lot of the changes that we've seen through Season 6, balancing updates, this 545 class is not one to be messed with. It's really, really good at kind of medium to long range and particularly short range, which is helpful for resurgence-based modes if that's what you're playing, and to help you collect those souls as well. So with this, we're starting off the Harbinger D20 muzzle again, and we're tuning this for recoil smoothness and bullet velocity. Moving on to the barrel, we'll go for the IGK30, and we tune this for recoil steadiness and some damage range. It's going to help us around that 25 meter plus mark to help us get those knocks again. We go for an optic on this one, the Mw2 optic, and we tune this for some ADS speed. And again, I like the eye position to be far, but if you like it to be close or in between, you choose whatever you like. Next up, we go for the TAC Ripper underbarrel. We tune this for recoil stabilization and aiming idle stability, which will help us aiming down the sights. Rounding this one off, we go for, of course, for the 60 round mag. This is a great versatile weapon. It's kind of an in-between, obviously, of the 7.62 and the 70.40. I hope you try this one out. I hope you use it, and I hope you let me know how it gets on. Now finally, in at number 5 on my list, we have what is probably the absolute meta to be using right now in Warzone, and even if you play multiplayer, the Bass P is on top right now. We've got lots of big changes and buffs with the Season 6 balance update a few weeks back, and it's just going from strength to strength right now. So starting with the Lacerator Compensator muzzle, and you're tuning that for recoil stabilization and recoil control. You're probably seeing a bit of a theme happening now with a lot of these attachments and how we're tuning them. You can bring that into your own builds. We then have the above average 6.5 inch Bruin Drake barrel. We're tuning that for some aim walking speed and ADS speed as well. As I said earlier, a staple for lots of SMGs is the VLK laser 7mW, and we're tuning that for sprint to fire speed and some more ADS speed. So this is going to be absolute demon in those stairwells of Vondel. We go for the D37 grip here at the back, aim down sight speed again, and sprint to fire speed. And of course, the 50 round drum mag is a standard. Now, if you watched this far, thank you very much. I have got a special secret ultra meta weapon for you to be using. It's one that I've been using on and off since the start pretty much of Warzone and Al Mazrah. It's a little bit harder to handle than most, but it is an absolute dream, and you can actually see it here in the background. Oh no, maybe not now, but it's the TAC V, of course, the big brother of the TAC 56, and it hits like an absolute truck. Trust me on this one. If you haven't used it, you need to start using this one. We're going to start with the muzzle, the Sarkin tread, or the socking tread that I like to call it, and we tune that for some ADS speed here and some recoil control. We then have the TAC underbarrel ripper, and we tune that for recoil stabilization to help us out a little bit, and the aiming idle stability. 50 round drum mag, of course, again standard. The high velocity 7.62 ammo, tuning that for some damage range and all the way for bullet velocity. And to round this one off, you can again go for an optic if you want the Mw2, but I really like the iron sights on these TAC weapons. I think they're really clean and easy to use. So I go for a stock, the Tactic Brute stock, and we're tuning that for some ADS speed and aim idle stability. So I hope you found this video useful and you continue to crush those lobbies, and hopefully these loadouts will help you even more with that. Why not check out this video right here on my channel? And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day.